Google hiring procedure. 1. Self-reflection. 2. Job searching. 3. Your resume. 4. Apply online. 5. Interviews. 6. Decision and also offer. Keeping that in mind, we've broken down the procedure both visually and also vocally below, to transform these abstract declarations into a substantial map for you to adhere to as you apply. Find your next job at Google. What do you intend to do? We know working with procedures can appear frustrating, but we do not want you to feel overwhelmed at Google. From entry-level to management, we desire all candidates to have access to the very same information and also resources. Besides, our mission is to arrange the globe's information and make it useful and universally accessible. Google's working process is a vital part of our society. Googlers care deeply concerning their teams and also the individuals that make them up. We also appreciate building a much more inclusive and representative workplace, which begins with hiring. To build for every person, we know that we require diversity of experiences and perspectives, as well as a fair hiring process, which is the very first step in arriving. 1. Self-reflection. While we make certain you prepare to study the depths of the job search, we suggest starting with an often overlooked first step: concentrate on yourself. Have you ever found you efficient something you're not enthusiastic about? Most of us have. This may be an outcome of the job you like to do, or it might be something you have needed to get proficient at because of a previous job or function. The more abilities you have, the far better, but it's hard to build a meeting profession on something that does not excite you. Before you start applying, take some time to ask on your own a few of these inquiries. What is something you learned that made everything that followed simpler? Have even more of your accomplishments come as a result of singular initiative or teamwork? What do you appreciate a lot more, fixing problems or pressing the conversation ahead? What is the most satisfying job you've ever had? Why? Describe the very best team you ever worked with. What made that experience attract attention? Currently, rest with your history for a moment. Consider all the best, most fulfilling aspects of your experience, and let them collaborate to create a picture of where you want to go next in your career. Why the visualization exercise? Your interests, goals, and skills are the result of your life, your experiences, your accomplishments, and your failings. If we hire you based on your abilities, we'll obtain a competent employee. If we employ you based upon your skills, your enduring interests, and also your distinct experiences, and also viewpoints, we'll obtain a Googler. That's what we desire. 2. Job searching. Once you have spent some time concentrating on what you're trying to find, you can get a much better concept of who we are, what we're about, and also what it's like to work at Google. Our goal is for you to seem like you recognize us a bit much better, and you've obtained adequate details to seem like you're applying for the best jobs. Look into our company as well as our team's sites. View our YouTube channel and also our places. Review our blog site and also just how we care for Googlers. The objective right here is the job or jobs you land on should exist at the junction of who you are as well as who you are. So go, click about for a bit. We'll satisfy you back right here. You must currently have a much better sense of who we are as well as what part of the business, as well as duty looks like the very best match for where you want to go. 3. Your resume. It's alluring to take your last resume as well as update it, tweaking it a bit here and there to include your newest job. Yet we want to suggest that you go a little much deeper. We believe you'll feel far better about your employing procedure if you do. Keep your old resume beside you for inspiration, but start with a blank paper, as well as develop a resume particularly made for each job you desire. For each setting, do the complying with to build your job-specific resume. Align your abilities, as well as experience with the job summary. Tie your work directly to the role certifications, as well as don't forget to consist of information. Be specific about tasks you have worked on or taken care of. What was the outcome? Just how did you measure success? When in doubt, lean on the formula, established X as measured by Y, by doing Z. If you've had a management role, tell us about it. Just how large was the team? What was the extent of your job? If you're a current university graduate, or have limited work experience, consists of school-related jobs or coursework that demonstrate relevant abilities, and also understanding. Keep it brief. We don't have a size requirement, but concision and also accuracy are key, so hesitate before allowing your resume to move onto several pages, as well as take mindful aim with your info. A word on cover letters. They aren't called for, as well as may or might not be considered, so it's your contact whether to consist of one. If you do decide to consist of a cover letter, many of the same ideas we have for building an excellent resume apply right here as well. For instance, tailor it to the job you're applying for, tell us how you have actually made a distinction, and also utilize data to back it up. Draw a direct line between your enthusiasm, as well as our placement. Let us see that you are a little bit. 4. Apply online. We desire you to concentrate on the jobs that delight you, which you match, as opposed to submitting loads of applications. It's alluring, however. It does not work well, trust us. Quality, not amount, is the method to go. Using the job search device, tell us who you are, what you do, where you want to be, and so on. After that, begin checking out several of the listings that match. As you're browsing, keep in mind that you can make an application for as many as 3 jobs every 30 days. Side note, many Googlers applied for other functions at Google before they eventually made it to interviews. Not getting a duty can commonly be a matter of timing, instead of a reflection of your abilities or qualifications. So if points do not work out with your very first application, do not allow that to stop you from relating to other functions in the future. 5. Interviews. You'll enter our hiring process if a staffing team member believes you might be a match for a job you've applied for. In the long run, we desire most of all to assess your skills and see if you and also this role are a suit. There aren't any type of brain teasers. And also who understands, you might even have some fun. So we conduct our interviews making use of these directing lights. Thorough interviews. We obtain excitement concerning interviewing and also take it seriously because, at the risk of appearing cliché, Google is what Googlers make it. Our procedure can be extensive, usually 3 to 4 interviews in one day, either over video or in person. However, it's additionally suggested to be friendly, cozy, as well as enables you to learn more about us far better as well. We're guided by our goal of producing an inclusive and equitable experience where prospects from a variety of histories can prosper. Structured interviewing. Every prospect is examined by making use of clear rubrics, and we make use of those rubrics for all folks being considered for that role to make sure that everybody is assessed from the very same viewpoint, allowing their diversity to emerge. Open-ended questions. We ask flexible concerns to find out how you resolve problems. We want to comprehend just how your mind works, just how you interact with a group, and what your strengths are. Our staffing team is here to help when it comes to accommodations. From sign language interpreters to specific devices, and interview breaks to the prolonged time, we intend to give the support you require so you can maintain concentration on your conversations. Short online chats. Before diving into even more thorough interviews, you'll commonly have 1 or 2 shorter discussions over the phone or video. These will generally be with an employer, and afterwards with either the hiring supervisor or peer on the group, as well as are developed to examine vital skills you'll need for the duty. Task job. We occasionally ask prospects to finish a tiny task before their comprehensive interviews. This might vary from prepping a case study to giving creating or code examples. Do not tense. They are not that terrifying, and we will not spring this on you without cautioning, as well as helps us comprehend exactly how you think as well as come close to issues. We'll let you find out about any added products we'll need early on. Online evaluations. You might be asked to do a short internet evaluation, like a coding test, after you've sent your resume. While the procedure may vary a little for different roles or teams, the same fundamentals use whether you're requesting a technology job, or an advertising job, an internship, or a leadership setting. Not every one of these might look for your role, however below are a few of the ways we analyze prospects in our working with the procedure. Learn more concerning just how to plan for interviews. 6. Decision and offer. After your interviews are done, we'll bring whatever together from your application and also interview and assess them. We state we since we take into consideration numerous points of view ahead of a decision. Your recruiter will reach out to you with an offer if we decide that you're the best candidate for the role. Once you've accepted the offer, the Google onboarding team will walk you through compensation, benefits, badging, insurance and so on, after which you are on your way to becoming a Noogler. Put on your hat and get your Noogliness on. We're thrilled to have you.